At first, it was all a dream. Pictures on a poster board, a new dining room, an upgraded library and science lab, and a new welcome center. In April of 2019, things started to happen. Renovations on our main building at JCDS were officially underway. The kitchen equipment was packed up and moved to a storage bin. Furniture and office gear was gathered up and stored in the old library. The main office was temporarily relocated to the Fine Arts Center. The science lab went to a resource room next to kindergarten. Lunch was served from the Shark Bites Cafe in the Smith Center, while students ate outside or in their classrooms. A temporary fence was put up around the building, which made everyone curious as to what was going on inside. A lot of things needed to be done that we usually don't see or think about. First, a new roof was needed for the south end of the building. The old air conditioning system was out of date and needed to be replaced with a new, modern unit. Many old parts were disassembled and hauled away. A concrete pad was prepared for a new chiller, which was carefully lowered into place with a crane. Trenches were dug between buildings to make way for water pipes and electrical cables. Truckloads of pipes and fittings were delivered to the campus. New pumps send chilled water through pipes to the renovated building. Their main point of entry is in the science lab. Experts from JEA and our electrical contractors made sure there was plenty of power for the new building. In the end, 2 large transformers were needed to provide enough electricity. Old plumbing fixtures, such as sinks, fountains, and toilets, were disconnected and hauled away, never to be used again. Inside the old cafeteria, the existing drywall was removed, exposing the brick exterior wall behind it. Then, the crew broke a hole in the wall using just a hammer. The hole got bigger and bigger and bigger until it was finally time to bring in the heavy equipment. Inside, walls, carpets, doors, all had to be taken down and removed. The giant window panels in the offices had to be very carefully dislodged. In the south end, a great deal of concrete block was knocked down, broken up into small pieces, and hauled out. A load-bearing wall also needed to be torn down. The entire outside wall needed to go in order to make room for the new cabana. Literally, tons of broken concrete had to be carried away to be recycled. Inside, the crew is extremely busy, with lots of varied activity going on. Overhead, the crew installed air conditioning ducts. Galvanized steel studs formed the frames to install drywall in the new Welcome Center. Trenches were dug in the foundation to lay plumbing and wiring. They were later filled in with concrete. Steel support beams were installed in the kitchen and cabana area. This involved some cutting and welding. Larger steel beams were used to build the internal structure of the treehouse, the most prominent feature of the entire renovation project. Because the treehouse will hold large groups of people high above ground level, it needed to be sturdy and solid as a rock. A truckload of wood arrived, and the carpenters went straight to work. Some of the wood went into walls, while more wood was used to build the grand staircase from the library down to the dining room. The largest wooden beams were used to build the pergola over the cabana area. The crew put drywall over the steel studs, then began the long process of taping, smoothing, and painting. The floor-to-ceiling glass in the dining room looks great. The tremendous amount of natural light it brings in makes the room look even larger. Walls and ventilation equipment were installed in the kitchen. The main desk in the Welcome Center started to take shape. With summer rapidly coming to an end and the start of school just around the corner, the crew still had plenty of work to do. Meanwhile, another project was going on out in the main field. 2 large sunshades were installed, giving us a cooler place to gather when the Florida sun gets really hot. Concrete was poured to secure the footers for the new parkour playground equipment, which was ready to use as soon as school started on August 14th. In September 2019, the renovations were substantially finished. What a sight! With the construction equipment gone, the kitchen appliances all nice and shiny, everything neat and clean, and that new construction smell. On September 26th, JCDS students were able to tour the renovated building for the first time. The reactions were almost universal.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at the playground! Oh my god!
Everyone is so excited about using our new spaces. It's a place to grow, to make friends, to make discoveries. For this group of students and for the next generation, this is for you.